A 2012 Chevy Volt here, and we are going to attempt to replace some of these hatch trim pieces. So the first thing that you're going to want to do, this small rubber mat that's on the inside of this grip out. I'm just going to take a little tool, trying my best not to scratch it up too much. And pop that down. Put a couple little rubber tabs in there. So we got that out. And then below this, there's two screws. They're Phillips. Grab my number 2 Phillips. Pop these bad boys out. Get our first little Phillips there. Phillips. And then, as you just saw, that piece should just fall right out. And next, I want to take off this piece right here. And so to do that, just kind of work this down. There's just some little tiny tabs holding this in, so you can kind of just pull up and out on those. That comes off nice and easy. What we're going to do is take this whole piece off. And so it's easiest to kind of start over on one side on this, pulling down. I pull that down, these tabs start to pop out. Work my way over to this side, those tabs pop out. There's one more set of tabs I want to make sure all cleared out. Okay, looking pretty good. And now, we got this loose, or mostly loose. Keep on working that a little bit more. It's hanging up right there. Okay, and so I'm kind of pulling down and towards. Actually, that whole thing popped out. So now I got this all out. These guys up here should probably stay in place through all that. I'm gonna pull mine off just because I also want to check those out just to make sure their tabs are all good. Just kind of pull towards yourself on that. Try not to lose too many of your purple tabs. And then when you get to the back here, just kind of pull up and out. Just got these purple tabs in here. I had one that just slid out. This little indent thing goes in like that. So I'm just gonna slide that guy back into place. Feels a little loose. So actually, I think I'm gonna take this all out. I'll work on this side. Just busted one of those out. Just make sure to hold on to that. Okay, here we go. This piece is actually cracked, and so fortunately, I have an extra from a junkyard that I just got. So that just pulls out nice and easy. 4 more little tabs. Boom, and that one's out. And this one is good now. Cool, so got those all locked in. All 4 of those are still in place. Take this back up. There we go. Cool, that's all locked in. Slid all the way in. There it is. There's 2. Just gonna leave that piece loose. And I'm also gonna repop this one down one. I've got to align all of these tabs, including that little slotted piece there. Clicks in like that. Now I think this would be ideally done with like 5 people. And you just all go up at the same time. And you get them all to click in at the same time. But I'm not 5 people. So we're gonna make do with what we got here. And so the biggest thing here I'm trying to line up is this giant hunk of a door handle piece there. So once that's in, that looks like it's kind of holding it. So take this, actually I have to work this down a little bit more. Pop that up. Make sure my clips are all in. And this should, there we go, snap and snap. Work back up. That's that. Before we get too far over there, I'm gonna come over to this side. Get that to snap there. Click, click. Okay. Darn. So let's tough to keep all in place. All right, so we're gonna get that locked in there. And hopefully get this side. I didn't fully clip over there, but that's fine. So the next challenge is to get all these tabs to align. Okay, and I got that holding a little bit, which is nice. So I'm just gonna try and essentially like back there. Here's one. It's not a good mate there. No, this is bad. Fortunately, did not get that side to clip, but okay, let's go in there. My face looks a little bent. There we go. There we go. You really got to give it a shove. Oh, is it on the right side? Yeah, it must be. There's no grooving here, so that's just kind of how it is there. Okay, and so what I'm gonna do next, I think, is before I screw this on, I'm gonna hop inside of the car and push from the other side. And hopefully I'm able to push a little bit more confidently with the latch actually closed on this. So just gently set that down. So it's not all totally on. It's actually feeling pretty good. So I'm actually, yeah, I'm pretty happy with that fit. Cool. A little bonus piece of information. For some reason, your car battery is dead, or there's not even a battery present. If you pop this little tab off, that's back here on the back of the hatch. Inside is a little 5/16 square drive. And if you turn that square drive counterclockwise, maybe like 30 degrees, you can actually pop the back hatch. And that's actually the only way to pop the back hatch with no battery at all. I saw some videos of people doing this by, you know, like hooking the car up to jumpers and stuff. But like for me, when I was salvaging this back piece, I had zero power. And so no way to get in there at all. It's all right. So just trying to get this, there we go. Kind of gotta work it around itself. Can just trying to verify that all those are up all the way as much as they want to go. Cool. And so I just have my screw holes here. It's all good. That feels much better than before. Oh, that's locked in. Oh, and there we go. I just got a couple more clicks here, so just coming around, making sure everything's locked in. It's really hard to, short of marking where these are, to remember where all those little tiny tabs are. Awesome. So I think that's pretty much everything. So I'm gonna take my tray here. Obviously the bottom is still removed, so I can get to these screw holes, and then just manually line that up. A little bit of play in this whole thing, and actually this whole hanger is pretty loose, so I just pushed on a little bit with my hand there. Get the metal to align a little bit better. I'm gonna take my first screw, my Phillips driver here, and this one is, okay. So I'm gonna, again, manually just work that a little bit this way. Oh, looks like I overcorrected that time, so we'll push it back. Again, that's just hanging on those two metal tabs, so it's got a lot of play in it. And I think I had a loose screw in this earlier, and that's what actually was causing some of the rattling. Which is what led me down this whole path in the first place. Okay, nice, and the screw's feeling a lot better this time. So I'm gonna get that one about halfway in. Move over. Oh. Here we go. Put this one in all the way. Get it nice and tight. Cool. Hit this guy. Get it nice and tight. And come back one more time. Cool. And now I'm not hearing any rattling. Awesome. And so then last step, don't forget about this little guy. Look a lot cleaner if you get that in. Take that. With my fingers, I'm just able to get those little plastic tabs to lock in. And yeah, we're good to go. I got one slight misalignment over here where this hasn't grabbed onto this tab. And so let me see if I can play with that. Ah, darn. Okay, so, okay, there it is. Can I get the tabs? Darn, there we go. Okay. Okay, nice. You can see here there's this little seam. Maybe you can see the tab was misaligned, wasn't clicked in all the way, and so I popped this off here and was able to slide this back in and then snap this all back into place. Now it's nice and flush. 2012 Chevy Volt Rear Hatch trim panel removal and put back, I guess. And the last step is actually this one from the salvage yard. Still had that little tab I was missing about talking about the manual remove. And so you can see here on this one, that's what I'm talking about, was this little guy right here. And so actually with it all off, I'm able to just push it out and not cause any wear to that one. And lock that in. Sweet, good to go. Oh, and that sounds way better than before. Before I had a bunch of creaking, and yeah, I'm stoked with how that turned out. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, no rattles. Everything feels good. Sweet. Very cool.